What's up, everybody? This is BC, Bryan Casella. I am a team leader here of a real estate team in Southern California, and I'm your source for motivation, confidence, mindset, sales, all kinds of information to help you out, help you make more money and live a better life. And in this particular video, I wanted to do the top 10 reasons that I believe sales, like sales, the skill and the art form of selling, everybody should do it, right? And the top 10 benefits of it directly, whether it's the career itself or what you get from the career. So let's get into it. Number one, most sales jobs that I've seen, probably virtually all of them, don't require a degree or some kind of special formal education. All they require is somebody to go in there, dedicate themselves to it, learn some basic sales skills, which sales is a science, and you can get started, right? A lot of people who want to make big bucks, typically a lawyer, a doctor, or somebody like that, will have to do an extensive education that takes many, many years. And if that's what you want to do, go for it. However, if you were like me or somebody else who's either coming off a different career or what you wanted to do wasn't necessarily that, or your focus wasn't on something that could make you a lot of money and you still want to make money, right, without having to go to school for 5 or 10 years, then the sales job is perfect for you, right? Not going to require a lot of time to get started, and right away when you get in, you can start making money, especially if you're doing a commission sales job, which is the one that I highly, highly recommend, 100% commission. Number two, and this is a big one, it's going to force you, especially if you're somebody who is making calls, outbound prospecting, knocking, going door to door, and that kind of thing. It will force you to confront a lot of your inner demons and insecurities. Now, this is huge. I'm so glad I did this because either if you do and practice social dynamics or pickup, or you're in sales, typically most people will avoid being very, very good at just going out and socializing with people. Some people are naturally better at it. However, by you forcing yourself to do it in most sales jobs, which will require you to be on the phone or going door to door, you're going to open up a door that very few people in this life will open up. By facing your insecurities and handling them, I guess you can say, you'll be able to be on the other side of the fence that very few people are on. And believe me, it's a beautiful, beautiful feeling, and I'm so glad that I went through it. And everything that I've learned from the lows, it's just, I can't even put it in words. Number three, money, right? If you do a 100% commission sales job, or maybe even one with salary and you get bonuses from commission, you can make a ton of money. From what I know and what I've seen outside of entertainment, professional athletes and actors, people in sales, 100% commission sales, have like the biggest salaries. Now, it may only be a portion of them who reach to the top, but you're going to find that other careers are going to require you to climb, the corporate ladder and all that. However, with sales, you can make a lot of money. In real estate, for example, there's people who make an average $5,000 a year, and there's people who are selling a ton of houses and making millions a year. Number four, and this is kind of tied to the commission one, but it's the fact that you can make so much money quickly. Right? And if you tie that in with being smart, getting into some investments like real estate, which I always promote on my channel because I'm a realtor too, then you can really create financial freedom for yourself, and you'll be able to afford yourself opportunities and freedoms that other people just simply cannot. If you're stuck to your hourly rate and you have to work your way up a ladder, then your opportunities for growth are extremely more limited than somebody who's doing 100% commission sales or salary plus commission, and they can really grow. Because as they produce and grow, they make more money. And when they make more money, by virtue of that, there's going to be a ton more opportunity. So you really need to see this from this perspective, because even though it may be risky, and hey, if you don't close, you don't sell, when you do start closing and you start getting some momentum, the money starts coming in, and you can really open up a lot of doors that otherwise you would not be able to open. Number five is that you can start at any time or reinvent yourself, whether you're 17, 18, fresh out of high school, or you're somebody who's maybe 40, 50 or older who maybe did a career, or you're bouncing from job to job and you're looking to reinvent yourself or start something new. Real estate or commission sales, right, is the best thing for you because you can just jump right in, right? You have to do small courses depending on which job you take. If you get into real estate, it's a couple months, a little bit of fees, you get your license, you're good to go. Or in another sales job, you can take it and boom, you're off to the races. And this is something you can do at any time. Boom, you start. Very small barrier to entry. You don't have to go back to school and study for 4 or 10 years. You just get to your job, you sign up, or if you have to do some courses, it's very quick, and boom, you're off to the races, like I said. That's the beautiful part about this is, again, whether you're 17, 50, 60, or anywhere in between, you can get in it and you can start making money and being productive immediately. Number six is actual fact that in most of these careers, right, especially if you're an independent contractor, meaning you're working on your own like I do in real estate, you can do it part-time or full-time. If you have to transition from a current career or a job that you have, you can actually start part-time, set your schedule, get some momentum going, and then you can do the transition to full-time. Now, where most people mess up is because they start part-time in that sales job, they never take it seriously, and they don't have an effective plan to finally transition to being full-time. I know plenty of people who have helped me when I started in real estate, which is what I'm doing, that actually themselves started part-time, transitioned full-time, and now they're killing it, right? They're doing tons of transactions, they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and it's cool to see that manifested. So the ability to be able to do that kind of started as a side hustle and then we could go full-time is something that I believe gives sales in particular. Number 7 is strength and confidence, right? That's something that we all strive for as human beings, especially men and women in today's ages. How can I enter any environment, any space with confidence? How can I get behind the camera and speak knowing that people are going to be watching and critiquing me and still do it with my chest out and with a smile on my face? You see, sales and what I've learned through getting out there and selling and talking to people and talking to strangers and getting leads and being rejected is that I'm very strong as an individual, right? And I've been able to forge confidence. Confidence equals competence. You're not just born with confidence. Some people naturally have it more than others. However, it can be forged and earned, which is what I did, and what you can do if you get into sales, because it's going to force you to become more confident. And when you become good at sales, you'll have infinite confidence, not only in sales, but in life. And you're going to be walking through this planet very, very differently than the average person, that's for sure. Number 8, freedom. I'm an independent contractor. I do sales. I'm not working a 9 to 5. Now, freedom to do whatever I want. That doesn't mean I'm just lazy all the time. What that means is I work extra to then afford me opportunities and freedom later, okay? Most people do is they get into sales and they're like, oh wait, I don't have a set schedule, and then a lot of people fail because of that. I'm going to put in extra work because I have the freedom to put in more than 8 hours. I'm going to put in 12 or 14 like I did when I was brand new. I'm going to get ahead, and now I can travel like I am to Australia to speak with some of the guys from $1 Million Listing. I'm traveling to do other events and that kind of thing. I can do it because I've afforded myself that freedom because the sales industry has allowed me to. I'm not stuck in a building from 9 to 5. I can do as I please. And because, again, it's production based, as long as I'm producing, we're good to go. Number 9 is learning how to deal with other people and their emotions. You see, when you sell, you have to make sure and be able to take people at times from angry, distraught, distrusting, all the way to trusting you, being neutral, and then actually liking you and buying from you, whether you're selling a product or service. The ability to be able to do that is invaluable, I believe, especially in today's world. So, what does that mean? It means that as a salesperson, a lot of times for people doing a high ticket item, whether it's buying a product or service, you now become invaluable to the marketplace because you have a skill that no one else has. And when you become invaluable, it basically gives you job security. So you don't have to worry about the big man cutting you out later 5 years down the line because he's not doing good or because he wants to cut you out and make more profit for himself. Okay? Become invaluable. And that's one of the beautiful parts about sales is this emotional mastery of being able to control and manage other people's emotions along with your own. Number 10, now I've alluded to this earlier in the video, but it's a fact that I don't have to climb a ladder. I can grow in proportion to me and my personal growth, not based on what the company has capped me at, not some imaginary ladder, not by kissing ass, not by doing favors, but by producing and being number 1. Okay? I can be brand new and say, hey, I'm going to be on this list at the end of the year, and if I work hard enough and I do it, I actually can get on there. Okay? It's not I have to be behind Joe because he's been with the company for 30 years. There's no seniority here. Right? You produce, you get paid, you get the trophies, you get the recognition, you get the money. That's how it is, and that's the way I like it, because even though some people say it's harsh, I don't believe you should just get paid for the time that you put in. I believe you should be paid in proportion to how much of an asset you are to your company, to your customers, and what you actually produce. And when you do that, and you're actually working hard and you're putting in the effort, you'll get paid in proportion to that, and you'll be 100% deserving of the compensation that you're getting. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is my argument on what I believe is the top 10 reasons for people actually why they should get in sales, right? And I truly believe that a lot of these things are important. They'll teach you a lot of life lessons. Your ability to grow is not limited. And everything that I shared in this video, I truly believe in, and I'm thankful that I got into sales because of it. It's been a major contributor to me improving my life and being more happy, being more successful, being more confident, and everything else. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure that you subscribe. Comment down below if you're thinking about getting a sales job, if you have, or what your experience is. That way you guys can connect with each other. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And lastly, make sure you go to my website. I have my Modern Success program that I made as my personal coaching program for everybody.